feel great.
I don't know that I feel great. Cause I don't know what does great feel like? Like what is happiness? Like you don't know it until I guess you look back, but while you're in it, you can say, yeah, I feel good. I feel,
yeah. When I was doing the TACFA stuff and just my brain, stuff started to come back. Like I hadn't dreamt in 10 years. I had a hard time reading books and stuff,
when things are bad, like when you look back,
and when
you can go, that was
things came
bad.
back, even, I was telling you about the guy, the Ida Rolf student, Jan Sultan. I went to see him and he did some stuff in my eye and I wasn't looking up to the right. And so when I would look in that area, when he did some mobility in my eye, he had me do some, I went to my back of my head and, did some different things. And then he gave me my eye mobility back in that direction.
Yeah.
And every time I would look in that direction after, I would get a high. I would get all these hormones released in my body. I would get high. And so, after a while, I didn't get that, but it's kind of crazy. You just do your whole life without doing that piece, right?
Yeah.
Because your body's bracing. I don't know if I got knocked out from somebody hit me there. I don't remember. I don't know what happened there,
Yeah.
But I wasn't looking in that direction. And I think the same thing goes in everywhere in the body, right?
Yeah.
And we just kind of move around it, right? Move around it until we get older. Then the active aging is losing the mobility. That's another thing. Like the Elena, the girl that I introduced you to, that when we were filming some of the TACFIT stuff.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she said it nice. She's really well spoken. She's like, yeah, the active aging is the loss of mobility.
Yeah.
When you go to the senior homes and stuff, you see they're so stiff, right? And so, yeah, and it's so important, mobility.
Yeah, but going back to feeling great, it's like when you say, do you feel great on it? I may have felt great the first 2 weeks, and then you get to your baseline again.
Yeah.
But one thing I did notice is I remember the thing I was wearing on my arm. It was a continuous, a 24-hour continuous glucose monitoring system.
Okay.
I was working with a company called Levels. It was monitoring my glucose at all times and finding my optimization for my metabolic optimization. And so foods that, were good for my body. And while I was on that patch that was connected to this app, no matter what I ate, my levels were skyrocketing. I could eat keto, I could eat paleo, I could just eat normal, carbs and things, and everything would make it skyrocket. If I had an apple, I was like, geez.
So it wasn't accurate.
It was accurate. It almost looked like I was pre-diabetic. But then when I went on glutathione, all my levels started to round. And I thought, well, that's interesting. And then I talked with the PharmD who created this glutathione spray, and he says, yes, that is one of the benefits of being on glutathione, is that it kind of can not manipulate, but kind of suppress your glucose and insulin response.
Interesting.
But I'm on it, and I feel good. I take the same things you do. I take vitamin D. I was deficient in that. Take vitamin D.
Most everybody is, they say, right?
Yeah, which is interesting. We live in Southern California, but
they say in Arizona, right? In Phoenix, that's the biggest thing because everybody's indoors.
Yeah, it's so true. We're always in air-conditioned spots, and this goes back to the cold exposure and Wim Hof. It's like we're always clothed. We're never uncomfortable. We're either warm or hot. We can manipulate the temperature, and then when you do cold exposure and you're actually in it, it's like you have to adjust. Your body is reacting to something that's not comfortable.